Hi parents, welcome to this instructional video about using the APS First Grade Continuous Learning Plan. So this is for the month of April, and week by week, generally speaking, I'm going to zoom in so you can see. Each week generally focuses on a few different things. Every day starts off with phonemic awareness, a phonemic awareness activity. Then many days there will be a kind of poem or nursery rhyme following that. Then there'll be reading a book, a fiction or nonfiction book with some discussion or writing, and then there'll be some math activities. So if we go ahead, all of these are live links. If you click on phonemic awareness, you have the instructions here for some phonemic awareness activities. The first activity here is things or people at school. It's kind of a rhyming with nonsense word activities. And the second activity is blending syllables. Now, some of you have mentioned or might notice that some of these activities seem just right for your student. Others have remarked that they seem too easy. I would say that even something as easy as this things or people at school could be a really fun activity even to do with advanced students. So I would encourage you to just take a look at them before you kind of dismiss them out of hand. Next, every day there is going to be like a poem. So today in my other video I talked about Jack and Jill, and there's a live link here to the Jack and Jill poem. Then there's going to be a book. So in this case it starts off with Butterfly Cafe. It's a reading A to Z book, and your student either can read it on their own. Many of the students will be able to read this on their own. Some students will need your help to read it. And then after they read the book, there's discussion questions for you to talk to them about what happened in the story. Okay? Then after that, there's also going to be everyday math workshop. And again, you just click through to these links. It's pretty self-explanatory, explaining what you can do. There's optional, lots of times there's optional videos or optional materials or links that you can use. And the way it also works is usually one of the books for the week is fiction and one is nonfiction. So for example, this week it starts off with Butterfly Cafe, and then you reread that, and that's a fictional book about a little girl and her mom setting up some, well, you'll find out, but setting up some plants, or you already found out, plants that will be good for butterflies. And then there's a nonfiction book for the second half of the week about the actual butterfly life cycle. Okay? Some parents, again, have expressed concern that some of the materials seem way too easy for their student, and I can certainly understand that. But one good way, if you have other siblings in the home, and of course that not everybody does, but I got a good tip from another parent who was able to engage their child in teaching the day's material to the younger siblings. And of course that's a great opportunity both for your student to demonstrate mastery of these skills and strategies, as well as provide some fun additional instruction for your kindergartner or younger siblings in the family. So that's one thing you can try. But again, it's up to you, and it's up to you what you think is right for your child, for your student, and what you think is going to be interesting to them. Anyway, so I just wanted to offer this quick explanation. And again, of course, there's no grading, there's no assessment going on. So it's really up to you and what you can do with your child. And but APS is providing this for us and you to use with your children. Oh, I almost forgot. Sorry. I also went ahead. This activity called high frequency word choice activity. This is kind of neat. This is like a choice activity board where there's all these different activities that the student can pick from to practice these high frequency words. And what I did, some of the activities say, require you or ask you to write the word on an index card or on a few index cards and use them that way. cut them apart, put them back together. There's lots of fun activities here, and I think this is worthwhile. What I did is I went ahead and typed them up like this so that you could print them out at home, maybe on cardstock, and cut them up into little cards. Some of you this will be familiar to you. Your child maybe has some sight words at home that they're practicing. Now, again, for some students, they will have mastered reading all these words absolutely fantastically, and you'll think, oh my gosh, these are too easy for my kid. But what you can actually have them do is also practice using some of these activities, practice learning to spell all the words correctly, because that often happens that kids can be really good at decoding or reading a lot of these words or all of these words quite handily, but they cannot necessarily spell them. So that is also a very worthwhile endeavor to encourage your child in these activities up here from the choice board, but also in other activities that would help them master the spelling of these words also. Anyway, and I will send this document in an email so that you guys could just print that out too if that's helpful for anybody. Okay, thanks. Hi, parents. I just wanted to add one more comment to the end of this instructional video. As I emailed, and you may have read in some other materials, APS has concerns about teachers using any channels or avenues on the internet that are not behind the APS firewall. And unfortunately, if we shift away from YouTube to other applications, that really restricts access for many students, and I think particularly for some of the students who are at risk, because YouTube is a channel or an avenue that anybody can access, with a phone. You really don't need anything hardly except a phone and some connectivity or any other device to be able to access YouTube. So APS has asked us to provide scaffolding for students who need it, and I'll be contacting families as best I can, and you're always welcome to reach out and contact me via email to help with any other support that you need in order to keep instructing our students at home, yours and mine, yours, mine, and ours, and to help with any aspects of the instructional calendar. But also APS has asked that we not supplement or add anything. And again, I feel quite strongly that it's a real disservice to my students to not see them daily in these videos, and I've had so much positive feedback from you that these daily videos are a wonderful way to stay connected and help with your family routine and help your kids still feel engaged with our class. So I will do my best to continue offering these videos as I have, but please understand that I will no longer be making these videos as an APS teacher. I will be making these videos on my own time, in my free time, as a private person, as a private citizen. So I'll no longer be wearing any school shirts or anything that refers to the school district that I work for or the school that I work for, because any continuation I'm doing of these videos is just as a private person. Anyway, so I look forward to continuing to see your students every day, regardless, because I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to stay connected with all of you. And so anyway, take care. And again, always feel free to reach out if you need any more information or help or support. And I'll be trying to contact families also. Take care. Bye.